Hey, welcome back guys. This is Wayne Vassell here again from Talented Tester, and today I'm going to be tackling one of the questions that have been asked a few times, and it is what exactly is in the ISEB Testing Foundation Syllabus. For those of you that are watching, ISEB, ISTQB very much used interchangeably. ISTQB is really the standard that we're following now, but this is the specific question that has been asked. So the syllabus can be found online. Typically, there is 5 major headings for the syllabus, which are broken down into many different subsections. The first section we've got is the fundamentals of testing, and that is effectively why is testing necessary, which is broken down to software systems context, causes of defects, for example, what are the root causes of defects, how the defects happen, a real understanding of defects, the role of testing in software development, and that's maintenance and operations, testing and quality, understanding exactly what quality is, and understanding how much testing is enough. And obviously, if you studied and prepared for this exam, you'll know what some of these headings mean, and then you should have an idea of how you're actually going to prepare for the exam. Other areas as well: what is testing, the 7 testing principles, fundamental test process, and that is test planning and control, test analysis and design, implementation and execution, evaluating the exit criteria. Basically, with the exit criteria, just understanding how do you know when to actually exit from testing, test closure activities such as test closure reports, etc., the psychology of testing, and finally code ethics. So that is the main bulk of the first top level coverage of fundamentals of testing. The next section is testing throughout the software lifecycle, and that encompasses software development models, for example, the V model, iterative, incremental development models, testing with a lifecycle model. This doesn't really cover such things as agile. Agile is pretty much a new extension, which is almost treated as a separate certification, so that's not covered here. It also goes into test levels, that's component testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. Different test types, testing of functions, functional testing, testing of non-functional software, also known as non-functional testing, structural testing, testing related to changes, for example, retesting and regression testing. Other things that covered in this, or the last one to be covered in this, is maintenance testing. So hopefully there should be a few key things that stick out for you. In my mind, the one that sticks out most is regression testing and retesting. Obviously that's a pretty critical part of testing, and regression is pretty much something that you're going to need throughout your whole testing career, and is something good to master. The next headline topic is static techniques, and this includes the overall static techniques in the test process, the review process, activities of formal review, roles and responsibilities, types of reviews, success factors for reviews, and then finally static analysis by tools. The next major heading that we've got is test design techniques, and this basically covers the test development process, categories of test design techniques, specification based or black box techniques, and that's including stuff like equivalence partitioning, boundary value analysis, also known as BV, decision table testing, state transition testing, and use case testing. The next subsection within this area is the structured based or white box techniques, and that's statement testing and coverage, decision testing and coverage, and other structure based techniques, experience based techniques, and choosing test techniques. And then like the final major area is test management, and this includes test organization, like test organization independence, task of test leader, and the test. That is mainly to do with like being a test lead. So a lot of these are to do with like actually like managing a project or leading a project. The next subsection is to do with test planning and estimation. That's planning the activities, the entry criteria, defining the exit criteria, which was touched on earlier on in one of the other sections. Test estimation, knowing, or not necessarily knowing, but estimating how long you plan to for each test phase. Test strategy and test approach, understanding how to lay out the strategy, and this will also include the test strategy document. Other subsections are test progress monitoring and control, which encompasses test reporting, test control. The next subheading, configuration management, and then we have also risk and testing. That's project risk and product risks. And then final subsection within this area is incident management. And sorry, the final one, final subheading area is tool support for testing. And these are different types of test tools. It goes into the meaning and purposes of the tool, test tool classification, tool support for management, tool support for static testing, tool support for test specification, tool support for test execution and login, like defect management tools, tool support for performance and monitoring, like performance testing, and tool support for specific testing needs. It then goes into effective use of tools, the potential benefits and risks, and then it talks about special considerations for some of the tools, and then it introducing tools for organization. And these are the key areas that are covered within the syllabus. Obviously within each of these headline topics are very much detailed low level sub areas which I've basically covered at a high level during this video. The key thing really is making sure that you've prepared for each of these sections so that when you have your multiple choice questions, you're prepared to ace the exam, hopefully on your first attempt. Now, one of the key ways to make sure that you're fully prepared for the exam and make sure that you have, the best chance of success is getting free exam questions and sample test papers that you can use to help you to succeed. So I've got for you at my website talentedtester.com/sample is a way for you can download an absolutely free exam and question sample that you can actually use to help you prepare for your exam to give you the best possible chance of succeeding. Thank you very much for watching this video today, and I look forward to you in the next video. Thank you very much.